All right, section 9 is talking about volume and surface area of a sphere. This is technically not a middle school topic, it's a high school one, but I thought it's pretty easy. Let's go ahead and cover it anyway, just for fun, because math is always fun. So here are your formulas for a sphere, and again, a sphere is just a ball. There's half a sphere, not a full one. The only thing that you need to know for a sphere is the radius. You need to know what the radius is, going from the center of your sphere to the outside point. The surface area is 4 pi r squared, and this square should remind you anything squared is talking about area. It's a two-dimensional object. The volume is a three-dimensional object. That's why you have 3 in your exponent, and that's 4/3 pi r cubed. So let's go ahead and do example 1, just so you see how these formulas work. They're pretty basic. Find the volume and the surface area of this sphere. Well, let's see, this diameter is 19. I really don't need to know my diameter, but I do need to know my radius. So my radius is half of that, or 9.5 inches. So now I can go ahead, let's go ahead and do volume first. Volume is 4/3 pi r cubed, and if you want to write it like this, where this whole thing is in your numerator and then the 3 is in the denominator, you can do it that way. So that's 4 pi 9.5 to the 3rd power all over 3. I'm just going to use my calculator for this one. I got 9.5 to the 3rd power. That's something funky. Times 4 divided by 3. And that's going to give me approximately 1143.17 pi, and I've already rounded my answer. Like, this is a rounded answer. I could, I guess, leave it as a fraction, but I'm not really going to. So I'm just going to go ahead and times that by pi, and that's approximately 3591.36, and volume, so we're dealing with inches cubed. So that is my approximate value for volume. And let's go ahead and find surface area. Surface area, a bit easier, 4 pi r squared. Radius is still 9.5. It has not changed. So I'm going to use my calculator, 9.5 squared times 4, and I'm just going to go ahead and give my approximate answer. So times pi. That is approximately 1134.11, and we're dealing with area, so inches squared. Boop. So the volume, the space inside this cube is that, and then the surface area outside of it is that. All right, let's do number 2. Find the volume and surface area of the hemisphere. So it actually looks like that. It's half of a circle. So basically, we're just finding the volume and surface area and dividing it by 2. Let's see. So let's do volume first, because that's a little bit easier. Surface area is going to be a little more complicated, but not too bad. Oh, my radius I already know is 24 feet, so that's nice. I don't have to do anything with that. Volume, 4 pi r cubed over 3. I'm going to fill in what I know. 4 pi 24 cubed over 3. Gonna use my calculator. 24 to the 3rd times 4. And will that go in? Oh, it will, nicely. I could have done it as a fraction if I wanted to. This happened to work out nicely. 3/2, and that still has pi in my answer. And my units are cubic feet, so that's the exact answer. And if I wanted to give the approximate, I could just multiply it by pi. 432 pi. Ooh, nice big one. That is approximately 5790.5.84 cubic feet, and comma. Oh, But I almost circled that. That is not my final answer. That is the volume of the entire circle. I'm going to need to divide that by 2. I totally forgot about that. So we'll just divide that by 2. So approximately, we'll just say divided by 2. That gives me the approximate answer of 28952.92. And then 18,432 divided by 2 is 9,216 pi cubic feet. So here is the volume of this hemisphere. All right, now let's go ahead and find the surface area. Surface area, we technically can't divide by 2, because if I divided by 2, all I would get would be this area right here. And technically, this hemisphere, I guess it depends on how you interpret the problem, but I'm going to interpret the problem that this hemisphere has a bottom. So it's a closed shaped with a curved side here and then a base right here. So if I divide it by 2, I'm only going to find this curved shape. I need to add in this base right here, which is basically the area of the circle. So there's a little bit more involved with this one. So surface area is 4 pi r squared. Let's plug in what we know, 4 pi 24 squared. Calculator, 24 squared times 4 is 2304. 2304 pi. I'm going to keep pi in my answer as long as I can. Now that is just this outside area. Now I need to, oh, actually, that's the whole circle. I need to divide that by 2 to find half of the circle. Super easy to forget to divide by 2. Okay, so this is half of the circle. And now I need to add in my base, this area right here. And that's just a circle. So pi r squared. And my radius is still 24, hasn't changed. So pi times 24 squared. 24 squared is 576 pi. I'm going to add these two together because here's 1152 pi and here's 576 pi. And we get 1728 pi. So that's my exact answer, feet squared, because we're talking about surface area. Or if I wanted to find the approximate answer, times it by pi, 542.67 square feet. That's my approximate answer. There we go. So just a warning when you're finding something that's a little bit more tricky, like finding half of it, just know whether you have to add in an extra area. That's important to know. And then don't forget to divide by 2 because it's so easy to forget to do that.